All right, so I am ready to kind of make my last part, which is the table. I am just going to make a simple rectangle here. And I'm not, this is, the shape of this is pretty flexible, so I'm not even measuring right now. I do want a folded line down the middle, so I am going to, so it folds really cleanly. All right. Just going to clean that up. And I just want to make sure that it is big enough to cover up both of those. So it should fit right in the middle there. So I now have my base, my two parallelograms, and my table, and I'm ready to assemble this. So I'm going to actually assemble it top down. So I am going to draw this line on my table so you can see it. As long as you can see the fold, that's good enough, but for this video, you want to be able to see where that line is. So the parallelograms are going to be glued to the table parallel to that line, and their corners should be matching. Okay, so I'm going to do those one at a time. And glue on, spreading my glue, and putting those on. Okay, I want those parallel. I'm going to go ahead and fold it down and make sure that's parallel, and that allows me to push pretty hard to make sure that it's attached. Okay, the next piece, I'm going to match up right here. Okay, all right, and let that dry. But you notice I have that basic setup. This can fold. Okay, I'm gonna make sure that's working, and it looks like it is getting ready to go. Okay, now when we do this next section, there is some flexibility about how far those can go depending on what you're doing with your project. What we want to make sure is that they're an equal distance. They're an equal distance from the center. Okay. So when I place this on here, I am going to just glue one side. Okay, I'm going to kind of place it where I want, and then I'm going to get that glue ready to go. I'm not going to try to do both at the same time. I'm going to show you why. Okay, so remember that principle that when you glue, you like to keep it flat. I like to do my final gluing with the pop-up closed so that you can see, so you know it works. So I'm going to place that one side, but go ahead and push down, make sure it's ready to go. Okay. To glue the other side, I'm going to go ahead and close my pop-up. I'm going to imagine it going down here. Okay. This side is coming down here, and that's the bottom that's going to get glued. And something kind of cool that happens with pop-up is this is going to come down and be right on top of it. So I can put glue on there, leave it flat, and then glue the whole thing with it closed, and then you're going to see how it opens up. So go ahead and put some glue on there. Spread it out. I'm using tacky glue, so glue goes pretty quickly. So I'm going to press. I know it was in the right spot because I kind of set it up and I followed that plan. And when I open it up, it works. Okay. I've got my table, got my structure. Okay. This is my prototype, so it sticks out right now. I'm not worried about that. I'm just worried about understanding the structure and the geometry of this. Later on, we'll do a finished project that's more artistic, and we'll worry about where it's placed and the size and everything. Today, you're just making a prototype. You might even want to make a couple of these to practice. If the first one doesn't work, try again. Keep going till you feel more confident. That's going to set you up to make a lot of really cool pop-up cards. So with this structure, this is the same structure that I use for this pop-up. So I've made it using a spaceship. It has the same exact structure. Also, I've done this and created a butterfly. Same structure, not quite as well done, but it's the same basic idea. So there's really an infinite variety you can do with this structure. So parallelograms, which are four-sided rectangles that can be 90 degrees and then go all the way to flat. They're still parallelograms because those sides are parallel, no matter where they're at. And this table is a flat table that ends up at parallel with the base, if we do it, at least roughly. Enjoy trying that. Share your findings on Seesaw, and if you're having trouble, let me know, and I'll help you out.